We about to see. Just don't go like red on me for whatever reason. Seems to be holding steady for now. What was that? I need to go back and look at this real quick. I see. Makes sense. It do make sense. Nah, I'm just talking.
I got it read now. Boom. You started a new Discord call?
Yep.
I'm supposed to be answering this call?
Oh, no. I didn't start a new Discord call, no. Who is it? Is it me?
It was from you, yeah.
Oh.
I have to collect it. I don't know if I just forgot it late or something, or on my phone or what, but...
Yeah.
Original.
What's going on, Dez?
Both at the same time.
Dez, you an artist? Handwork draw? Like, can you draw for real?
Who?
In the chat.
Oh, so we live?
Yeah. Yeah, live. Yeah, about to get started because it's gonna be a shorter version of the Hunter Associates podcast. What's going on, guys? It is me, JC, one of your hosts of Hunter Associates podcast. I am here with none other than Trent Money, Swolner dad. Actually, I'm about to say Poppy because I feel like Poppy's is sexual in my mind for some reason.
Yeah, for sure. I think it's been sexualized.
Oh,
That's why I changed it.
Wow. What's going on, man? How you doing today?
Stable, man. What about you?
You know what? I'm just mad. Like, I don't know why everybody don't have next day shipping. Like, it should be next day shipping should be standard.
You still haven't ordered a belt?
I haven't. I'm gonna I'm gonna order it as soon as I get back because I can't like risk it being outside.
You still gonna have to. Why don't you just order it? What day do you get back? You're going all next week.
Yeah, I'm going the whole week.
Order it like halfway through next week.
I'll be on a cruise ship, chilling. Like, I mean, I can order it.
But that way, you also got to wait another week, basically.
Oh, you're right. That's a good one right there. That's a good one.
Yeah. Order that joint about 4 days before you come home. 3-4 days before you come home. I'd probably say.
Hold on, Trent. You seen some of Dez's artwork?
It's been a while, but yeah, I'm pretty sure Dez does some good work.
Like I haven't seen your artwork. I mean, I feel like I'm being left out here. I just want to see some artwork. It's just.
I feel like it's been since I had the first channel, like pre. Oof, I'm talking like OG. Dez was one of the OG subs too.
Yeah, it is what it is. All right, guys. So we're gonna do it like real podcast style here. It's going to be me and Trent for today. Seraph is out with one of his friends. I think one of his friends flew in. JD had an emergency. He had to go to Oh, okay, all right, that's cool. So JD had an emergency, had to go to. So me and Trent, we're gonna go a little off the rails here, a little off the rails of the webtoon path, but we're gonna start off with a little omniscient hit over ordeal, and then a little surprise we normally don't talk about. I think I already put it in the title, so it's not really that big of a surprise. But ordeal first, not ordeal, omniscient reader first.
What do you think?
I mean, like the last thing it left off on was that some little girl, she's blonde, they made kind of a big deal about her being in a chapter because this chapter, the last chapter, was very short. It had a little girl in it. Before that, we were going through the gods of Olympus had basically inhabited baby girl, that I call her baby girl, but with Sangha, and giving her powers that normally she wouldn't have at her level. So I mean, I guess that was kind of interesting in that aspect, that they were talking about there are gods who are on like what I would call the Twitch thing, where they donate coins and all that kind of stuff, and then there are actual gods who are kind of in the world trying to influence what's happening, and that's the gods of Olympus. This is what I'm calling them. I mean, interesting. I'm not really sure where it's gonna go in that aspect of it, but I mean, how are
I
you
just kind
feeling
of take
about
them
it?
as more of a higher tier. I'm pretty sure you don't just like to explain them, kind of more of a higher tier constellation or whatever. I don't know if it's going to be something super outlandish, or well, I guess it also depends on if they get to make it, to that plane. But yeah, no, I don't think it's going to be something that's like, it may. I can't say it won't be arc changing or story changing, but it's not like story focused. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I kind of want it to be, because Dokcha was basically like insinuating in the chapters that he kind of like, he read the story, but he kind of wanted the story to go a different way. He had the ability to change it and make it go a certain way, because like we said before, he's not the main character. But at the same time, like, how far did you get? Because you were 8 or so ahead of us. Are you still that far ahead of us?
Yeah, I'm actually,
You still reading the hood scans?
of course,
Wow.
but hey, it's neither here nor there. But as far as where we're at, I feel like, how did this? Okay. I looked over it before. But how did the most? Well, the most. I guess we're talking about the chapter before this one as well, right?
Mm-hmm.
Because the most recent chapter was what was the most recent chapter ending? What was the end of the most recent chapter from Webtoon?
The end of the most recent chapter was down at it. Were they? Oh, that's when. Was this one or the last one?
Oh,
This
is
is the
that
last
Pet
one.
Girl?
When
The Pet Girl?
no, they were trying to get through this bridge, and they saw all those like serpents come out of the water.
The mouse. Yeah, she's. Ooh, I can't remember if they've. He's already kind of explained what she is, right?
You talking about well, she's kind of brown hair, Sangha.
Yeah.
Yeah, so they explained that she had the gods of Olympus as her constellations, and they were inhabiting her. They already went through all that.
Okay, well, she's like the beast tamer is her like title or whatever, and so but I ain't gonna go faster or beyond that or whatever. But yeah, no. So we are. I can't say we're not like 6 chapters. We're probably like 3, maybe.
I thought
Maybe not. Maybe like 1 or 2 because
ahead.
we're
Like,
still.
no, they're still like 8 in the Discord.
Here's the thing. The way they're numbered, I feel like may be a little different. Let me check the hood scan while you're doing that, or while we're talking.
So I mean,
Okay.
yeah. So we got to that part. Basically, during that, they were just kind of in the adventuring stage of it. It's kind of a weird transition. Like, so many things happen. You get the Dokabes, you get, Dokcha saying he's going to choose a constellation to be his partner and all that kind of stuff. And then he kind of is like, they're adventuring. They stop to feed the poor. And there's this little girl and they make her seem important in some way, but they spend an entire chapter to have her at the beginning, and Doctor realizes that this little girl is important for the story, and then at the very end she shows up again, and I can't remember that black girl's hair, that she has black hair. I can't remember her name. I always forget it.
Yeah.
The plagiarist. I just call her plagiarist. She was like, you know what you gotta do. It's a little girl, right? And then that's how it ends. So I'm guessing in the hood skins, y'all have already gotten to that point.
Yeah, we passed that, but we're still with those water beasts.
Really?
Yeah.
Cause I thought the catastrophe starts in like 5 days or something. So I thought y'all would be way past that by now.
Well, not super far past it. Okay, so right now the chapters are at, I think they're at like 97 or 98 for the hood scans.
Mm-hmm.
What chapter number is this one?
We're at 90.
Okay. Let me see. Well, I guess there is also a couple chapter gap between while they're in this little kind of like cave thing. So, but never mind. You're in the water though, or we're in the water here at the end of the official. So yeah, no, it ain't too far, bro. It's because that 93 here on this hood scan website is when they kind of started to cross.
Damn, they ain't even did that. Yeah, okay, I see what you're saying. So I mean, it's kind of a mystery for us webtoon readers that the official we hadn't gotten that far yet.
Yeah, I don't want to. Well, shit, it depends on your. I ain't gonna spoil, but yeah, no, it's pretty fire.
Oh, okay. If you read the hood scans, then in the hood, yeah, like I said, y'all got the catastrophe in the hood scans. I'm not there yet. I'm just reading the official because I react to it. So I mean, like, I hope it's fire. That's all I can. That's
are
all
you
I can
calling
say.
her the catastrophe? Well, I guess she is the catastrophe by title.
Who?
Baby girl.
No.
Oh well, then no. I don't think we've even done the time of catastrophe yet because again, we're still in the water. But I still have to read one chapter. So something has happened since they landed, but I haven't seen them. I know they land in the next chapter, but I haven't read it.
Yeah, someone said in the hood scans we already got the catastrophe. So apparently, I'm not sure if it's in the chapter you haven't read yet, but he's saying that we already got the catastrophe. So
I know that because I was when looking for a thumbnail or whatever. I know that there was like a meteorite towards the end of the last chapter that I seen on that site. But again, I don't know what hood sites they're looking at. Maybe there's a discrepancy in what site is showing what, or what site has what available to them even.
I got you. So we still on the mystery on Omniscient Reader, but what we actually, I wouldn't call it a mystery ordeal. Like, I mean,
ordeal is just flat out. It's an all out hell's broken loose on that one.
Isn't it like it's a weird thing to me. It's like, okay, the artwork is great, the fights are great. Nobody's heard of this series. Why? Is it because it was a black curator or what's going? Is it a webtoon? There's a black curator. Like if this were shonen and the artwork was this good, like it'd be one of the best. I would think.
Yeah. No. This is, and didn't you say, was it you or JD that said that he was not happy with how the artwork came out?
He wasn't even happy with the artwork. That's the thing about it. I'm looking at this kind of reminds me some panels I could see where he might have wanted to do things a little differently, clean things up a little bit, but
I don't even see that. Like where are you? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, I don't know. But
if you want to make it perfect, I don't know what perfect really looks like or what it is, but like maybe if you want to do a couple things over again, just maybe, you know what I'm saying? But at the same time, like it's exceptional. It's better than a lot of things out there.
Yeah.
All right, so I think last time, so I think we were only 2 chapters behind. I think I don't really know. Have you ever seen Shaolin Showdown?
Of course.
Thank you, because it took me forever to figure out what that name was. There was the item that they use called Fancy Feet, and I was like, this dude is literally like moving his feet really fast so he can stay above the water.
Kind of mad that you said Shingang Wu that I didn't know. I'm thinking whatever you're gonna reference, I know what he's gonna say.
Fancy Feet. Come on, man.
I don't remember that, man. I know everything from golden tiger claws to motherfucking oil of Tornami. You know what I'm saying?
Oh wow, I forgot about those. Hold on.
But yeah, no, tunic, mantis flip coin.
Mantis flip coin. I thought that was dumb.
You thought it was dumb?
Yeah, it was just made. They could already flip already.
No, that mug was hard. Mantis flip coin.
Come on,
you
bro.
can flip extra.
You do Shaolin Showdown, Fancy Feet. It's literally there. It's literally there. I literally just looked it up. I was like, I know it's there.
I literally do the same thing you're doing right now. Look at her, but you just did.
Okay, so man. Okay, so my guy tattoos Rinnegan eyes. And then he brings out the what? It's not Zenmo Zakura. That's what's it called? It's what is Renji's Bankai? Oh God, I'm gonna have to look this up.
I don't know. I don't watch Bleach.
The what?
Yeah.
That's almost disgraceful. It really is.
Just can't get jiggy.
Renji's. Like, here's the thing, right? Like, Bleach kind of reminds me of One Piece, right? Like, there are certain arcs that are really good, but while they're really good, there is a lot of like episodes you can like literally skip. I know One Piece fans don't want to hear that, but like you get into certain arcs, you're like, man, this whole episode was trash. Like I got to skip this episode, and that's what Bleach is. I was going back before I got the copyright strike for a different series, but I was like going back to the best Bleach fights, the ones I remembered, and I had skipped so many episodes. You can go on like a a Bleach wiki and find all the fights, and like fights span like 10 episodes. I was like, why is this one fight 10 episodes? But it's only like 5 minutes here, 10 minutes there that they're showing a fight, and that's not including the stuff they like repurpose and show again.
Yeah, man. I mean, I got to like when they were rescuing Rukia. So like really early.
Oh yeah, you really early.
Yeah, but I kind of just ended up dropping it. But yeah, nah, I'm not too familiar with it.
Zabimaru. Anyway, so let's just be honest. Let's be honest. Okay, it's kind of trash. Like this like it has very cool moments. Ichigo's moments are are great. He shows out and everything. Aizen, when you see Aizen do his thing, great. But the fact that like her brother like was about to let her die was trash.
Right.
How everybody wanted to stop it, but nobody wanted to do anything was trash. But anyways, that's neither here nor there. So Renji's Bankai is basically a big bone snake. Looks almost identical to this thing. Besides, it has like kind of like a red lion's mane around it type situation.
Mm-hmm.
So this big tattoo glowing snake that's a bomb apparently looks like Renji's Bankai. That's the big point that I was trying to make. So he was saying in this chapter that he went through this big analogy. He said, that he was protecting his uncle, which is Rokash. And he was talking about how when he was small, that he was sent to Padmas, the prison, because he was so strong. And he's saying that he's stronger than his uncle is. He's stronger than Rokash. Now, first of all, yeah, go ahead.
No, I was just gonna say, I was curious. I assumed by the end of the chapter that he just meant like he kind of knew that for a fact.
That's what he was saying.
But I really meant in terms of like versus it being like he was saying like, hey, I know this is to be fact, but like officially, Rokash is stronger type shit. Is that like, you know what I'm saying? Like, Rokash has got a higher number, but the other dude is stronger. Is that
okay?
Or do you think he was ranked? He was also ranked.
Yeah, I think Rokash is ranked higher, but
right.
But I think he thinks he's stronger than Rokash is. So in this one panel says, so the boy's uncle decided to use his wealth to hide the boy to grant him his freedom. The boy now protects the strongest man in the country because the boy is stronger.
Right.
And so I'm assuming he's saying like, hey, I'm stronger than my uncle, so I'm protecting him.
Right.
Maybe not. And then he brings out the big snake, and I was like, okay, cool. All right, big super snake, no big deal. Then he goes even crazier, and what's this last attack that he does with it's like literally a big Frieza. Snake. No, I'm talking about the big Frieza orb with the clock thing on it at the very end.
Oh, at the end, yeah.
No, the big snake was one attack. Apparently, it can explode.
But you talking about now the orb that he made?
Yeah,
like level 4 nuke, whatever.
Like literally went freezing. Like, I'm about to destroy everything. This fuck it, whatever. We're destroying everything. I'm not sure what the clock, what the Roman numerals. So those things are. It looks like a big orb with a clock with like 12 to whatever on it. So I was like, I'm not sure what we can do with this. Apparently he's like, look, I'm about to destroy this whole city. Ain't nothing y'all can do about it. This is as far as I read in the on the hood scans when they were doing it on like Webtoon Canvas or whatever. Then this is as far as I got. I don't know what happens after this. Of course they're gonna stop him, right?
No, I hope. I can't really say.
I mean, he is talking about destroying the entire city right now.
I'm hoping they do. I hope that in this conversation, is going to either be one of two things. It turns out to be where there is kind of a stalemate, and then they're kind of together. Also, low key come to an understanding that this guy is a lot bigger of a threat than Rokash. And it's either one of those situations where they do that, or they kill him, and like he's saying, it is on them, and they end up. That's the catalyst to the overall, bigger arc or whatever.
Oh yeah, let's go ahead and transition to the next one. Okay, 50% of what is Sun Wukong. I mean, looks pretty cool to me. I ain't gonna lie to you. I'm not sure what 100% looks like, but 50% of Sun Wukong looks pretty cool. And I'm gonna ask you this question because I was thinking about it as I was reading it, and then I finally kind of at the very end, what does he remind you of? Not the Sun Wukong guy, but the one he's fighting. What does he remind you of in your mind?
Well, besides, I guess a couple things, but I feel like I'm going to get what you're referencing wrong. Kind of, he reminds me of, now that you say that, he kind of reminds me of, like, appearance-wise, he reminds me of, like, obviously kind of like Predator-ish, but also, like, there was also a Transformer that was kind of like that as well.
That's very true.
Yeah, then also the power itself kind of reminds me of Gear from like Teen Titans, or the spider legs at least.
Oh, you bringing back stuff I forgot about. I was just thinking like Venom and Carnage from like Spider-Man.
Yeah, no, those are. See, I wouldn't have probably went Venom or Carnage, but yeah,
I
no,
literally
that's.
just watched the new Venom movies with Carnage in it. So that's where I
Oh
got that
yeah,
from. Because of
yeah, no,
the little thing that came over his face and everything, and I was like, oh, so he's
yeah,
like
that
kind of
was tight.
like a Venom and Carnage thing, but he
But it was
was
metallic. That's why I went with like what it looks to me at least looked like metallic. So it was like look, it was cyborgy. So that's why I went with like gear or like kind of like a transformer or a predator or whatever.
so how do you feel like, because he described the reason why he was following Rokash and protecting Rokash. And he said, "Have you ever heard of a nuclear deterrent?" And I was like, where is this going?" And he's like,
Um,
"Yeah."
okay, restate the question.
So I was asking, so how do you feel about him basically saying Rokash is a nuclear deterrent, and if you end up defeating Rokash, then there's nothing to stop what's going to happen next, and that was his reasoning for being Rokash's bodyguard.
The other guy or him? Well, he already said his purpose.
We're talking about the multiple
Tattoo guy.
arm. Talking
Oh
about
no,
the
the
multiple
multiple. Yeah,
in the
yeah,
next
yeah, yeah.
chapter.
Yeah. That's the thing. Is he stronger than? But here's the thing. For some reason or another, maybe hypothetically speaking, tattoo guy and cyborg guy can fuck with Rokash, but maybe there's something about Rokash's ability specifically that makes him fuck with a. The only person
Yeah,
that can really fuck with Kane. You know.
yeah. I guess that would make sense because like you said in the last chapter, he was saying that he was stronger than his uncle. In this chapter, the cyborg, whatever you want to call him, like he was saying that, I think his name's like Joel or something like that. He was saying that he has to protect Rokash because nobody else could stop what's coming if Rokash isn't here. So he's like, no matter what Rokash does, like the ends, whatever ends up happening is better than the rational, moral side of it. It's like, look, as long as he saves the world, I don't really care what he does, type situation. Right. So I mean, like, I guess I would say that I could understand where he's coming from if I didn't know that Shay was out there. Like, he has that same that same power that his master had. It's literally there. It's one of the great god powers that are out there, right? So I'm not sure why that he's still thinking of the thing like, okay, Rokash is the only person that can save the world, so where are the other Kimio powers? Did they all just disappear? Like, Kane is still possibly alive at this point. He has one of them. Shay has what is this? Is it Ifrit? Like, hold on, whatever fire power was it? You remember the name of Shay's?
Oh, yeah. Shoot. No, I don't really.
Damn it! It's
What is it called? Elios.
Elios. There you go. So Elios is showing up. Kane is probably still alive. There was a Poseidon, a water one, and then there was one more. Whatever the god of war, but I don't know what they call that one. But there were four of them because they're all brothers. So those four powers are out there. So I'm not really sure why. And I'm guessing that one guy that is, I need to find his picture because he has to have one of the four great powers also. But I mean, I guess neither here nor there. Apparently, he's going to show himself. But how you feel about this Sam Wukong power? Like, literally, he had I'm not gonna call it an after image.
No, that was well, yeah, definitely was an after image, like you said, doppelganger or whatever.
Yeah, what was I can't remember his name. I have to look it up later. But like he seems pretty strong, and even at this point, like Joel was like, okay, well, you're pretty strong. You know, maybe you could handle what's gonna happen next. But he's like, if you defeat Rokosh, then you know it's either you defeat what's coming or the world's gonna end type situation.
Right.
I mean, pretty cool. Oh yeah, I forgot. A baby girl had a very what was used that axe in this one.
Oh, was it like it looked like kind of Thor shit, kind of
Yeah, it is kind of like
Nordic?
Thor-ish, Nordic god
Yeah.
type situation. You know, I want to see what she could really do because she's really strong. I mean, this panel that she's in is crazy. She's talking about war now, all that kind of shit. Like, very good to see. Ordeal as a series, very good. I think it's about to end soon, though. Not end as in a season ending thing's supposed to happen soon. So I think the next couple chapters is gonna end.
So you said season, not series.
Yeah, not series. Season ending. Like he's working on season 2 now, but season 1 is about to end. And apparently, he's saying, according to JD in his interview, season 2's artwork supposed to be a lot better than season 1. But who knows? I mean, I'm not sure how much better you could get, but I mean, that's neither here nor there.
Yeah, we'll see. Here's the thing: it'll be different. I don't know if better. Here's the thing: I don't think better is always different. So, or different's always better. You know what I mean? But yeah.
I mean, I like I said, I guess we'll see. So, in the very last topic we're going to talk about, Trent has not caught up on Tower of God yet, so we will be transitioning to something that he has actually read, which is going to be One Piece. Man, One Piece has been the topic of conversation, at least on my Twitter, for the people that I follow, besides Master J and that. Whew.
Right, Jesus.
Yeah, he that's
wow.
Anyways, so I made a video on this. So tell me your thoughts on Luffy and this whole JOYBOY situation.
I have a feeling the community is going to be split. They're already kind of starting. If it's a reincarnation thing, there's the thing. There's just some people that are too into it. You know, like
Always,
it's going to be what it's going to be. And unfortunately, we know that Oda has basically stated that he is now no stranger to changing shit up, you know, depending upon what he's kind of seeing out there. So I just don't want it to be a certain type of response in the community. Like, whatever it is, let's just let it be. But they just get too deep into it. You know, people will say, oh, this wasn't fate or destiny because he was an incarnation of joy. You know what I'm saying? It's like, yeah. At the end of the day, yes, I get what you're saying, but the moral of the story is this person or human being or whatever still willed themselves to do this or to make these decisions. Like it wasn't,
yeah, it wasn't
because
fate.
They have their own autonomy. This is just who they were as a person.
Yeah, I think it's very interesting the way that it could go. I personally don't think Oda's going to, have the reincarnation situation happen, because some people were saying like, Luffy died, so therefore he was reincarnated and JOYBOY is here type situation. Maybe you can get a Naruto, Kurama situation where they're both in that, apart and could take control of that body. I don't really know. I feel like Oda has kind of made Luffy too much of a personality to have him not be the same person.
But that's the only thing that debunks that is like, where are these drums coming from?
I mean, maybe it could be just as literally his heartbeat coming back and the awakening I don't know, man. Who knows? I
You
thought
know what I
I
mean?
thought the drums were his heartbeat. Honestly,
That could be. I don't know
that's
if
what
we'll
I
ever really
thought.
get.
But I mean, I'm not sure. Like Zunisha and Momonosuke, the only people who can like as of I know that can hear the voice of all things. So
Mhm.
Zunisha's like, okay, I hear something I haven't heard in forever. And then Joy Boy is back. You're like, okay, all right. I don't know if Joy Boy has to do with something like maybe it's the devil fruit. Maybe when the devil fruit awakens, he realizes that Joy Boy had this same devil fruit in the past, and this is how it is when it awakens. And good.
Your drums.
Yeah, I mean, just it might be something that he's used to. I don't know. I mean, who knows? I'm not sure where the drums come from, the drums of revolution, as they say. But what do you think the devil fruit is? I'm guess that would be the better question because the rest of it is speculation. This is speculation also, but
I've heard what I've heard, and I didn't go look up the official science behind it or whatever. I heard it's like going to be sap, which makes sense.
you think so? Tree
If
sap.
it is true that that's how you make rubber, because he's dripping, you could call it like that's the only thing that makes sense.
I mean, this don't quote me on this because I haven't looked it up recently, but I mean, if I'm not mistaken, they make like tires out of oil also. So there are people that look. There have been theories everywhere. There's been tree sap. There was a panel that Oda drew where it was a monkey D. Luffy, of course, pointing at a tree, and they were saying it had sap running out of it, and they were like tree sap, and I was like, okay, cool. Some people were talking about it being some sort of resin, some sort of oil type situation. So Luffy uses heat in some of his attacks. It's what do they call his attacks that he uses heat with? He calls it Red Hawk is one of his attacks that he uses heat with. They're like maybe it's the rubber melting type situation. When you see Luffy go Gear 2, you see the steam happening. So people are kind of just going along with that theory of heating up the rubber turns it into some sort of liquid form. And one of my other friends actually told me about the when it came to the resin, there was a certain type of resin that they used on the Sunny on the ship that allows them to go underwater, and it might be something of that nature. So Luffy might have had or might have the only devil fruit that can work in water. Because I mean, if you do remember on Fishman Island, even though it still weakened him significantly, he was able to use his Gear 3 in the water.
Right.
If you do remember that, it seemed like it was painful, but he still worked. So I'm like, I mean, he's in the water, he still can use devil fruit. Like, who knows?
He was Red Hawk in the water, didn't he?
If I'm not mistaken, I think he used Gear 3. I think he might use Red Hawk also.
Yeah.
So I'm saying like he's able to painfully use his devil fruit in the water still. So I mean, it could be something of that nature. I mean, it's a lot of speculation. Unfortunately, it is on a break this week, so nobody's gonna know. I mean, there's plenty of videos out there, but I haven't watched anybody's videos. I haven't watched BDA's. I haven't watched JD's. JD Legend, King Lightning. I haven't watched nobody's videos.
No, I haven't. Only person in the videos I've watched for One Piece wise is Sawyer's. That's probably how. One Piece wise, I'll be pretty burnt out on people's videos, but yeah, no. I don't really know what's gonna happen, but we'll see.
Yeah, I mean, it's like I said, it's about a week. I'm gonna say a week away because they're on their break, and then spoilers will come out. And then I'll cover. Actually, I'll be on a vacation, so I won't be covering spoilers. Telling you,
Well, you better make a. Well, you got to make a smartphone. You better make a quick smartphone.
I mean, I thought about doing it, but if I even remember.
Yeah, if you gonna look at them, you gonna remember. I know you're gonna read them anyway.
I mean, yeah, I guess you're right. I know I can make a little iPhone video.
Yeah,
Anyways,
exactly. A little quick joint. I did that on vacation.
That might be a thing I do because we did get the internet package. That don't cost a grip too, by the way.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah. Even then, bro, it ain't you. You act like it's gonna just burn through your data to do it real quickly.
No, I mean, well, you're in the middle of the ocean. Where you get a Wi-Fi signal from?
Well, obviously you're gonna be using data for sure. But no, well, there's the thing. The boat damn sure gonna have this boat. I'm sure it's gonna have some type of Wi-Fi.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, I just paid for the Wi-Fi on the boat.
Oh, so that's what you're saying. I'm thinking you're talking about the cell phone package.
Nah. Oh no,
okay.
I ain't used my old data. What you mean? No. That'll be even worse.
Stop.
Just paying for two people. That's what got me.
Oh yeah, for sure. You better get that. You better roll up that family plan. How many lines you can? What's your carrier?
AT&T.
I got to say.
So I don't even pay for it. She pays for that now.
All right.
She wanted unlimited data, and I was just like, "What's going on, Lothar?"
You say you were flexing for that, huh?
Well, I mean, like I never needed it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So like I had this old plan. They had like 10 to 12 gigs a month. I never got anywhere close to it, right?
Yeah.
I put her on my plan. I was going to she looked through it. She told me I was going through about 2 gigs a month, right? I had like 12. I put her on my plan. 2 days later, she had extended my plan. She used 10 gigs in a day. I don't know how. I'm telling you.
You better get on that Wi-Fi.
That's what I'm saying. I thought she was, but apparently she wasn't. I'm not sure what she did. But she was like, I'll go ahead and pay for it, whatever. And I was like, okay. And I got unlimited, so.
You gotta learn how to connect with this whole thing.
I thought it did it automatically, but maybe she wasn't. I don't know. Lothar, where do you live? Like, I'm trying to figure out how you even awake right now. I'm barely awake. Anyways, all right, guys, that is it. Even though Lothar just got here for this edition of Hunter Association Podcast, the links are in the description below. You know, and actually, I won't even be here next week.
Damn, for real?
Yeah, I'll be on a cruise ship. Will you be? I mean, like maybe maybe I can get.
Well, I guess we'll even. Well, here I guess. Well, shit. I told the people I'm fighting for. I'm gonna fight for us to come back weekly, but I gotta get back to making my videos too. But yeah, no, man, definitely have a safe trip and shit for.
Yeah,
sure. I'm sure we'll take over the
Yeah, Lothar is in India.
Not in real life, like all full time.
Yeah, I was asking where is he from? Because I was like, why are you awake? He's in India.
Yeah. Shout out to Lothar, bro.
Yeah, for real. Actually, you wouldn't believe how many people are overseas that listen to us or talk to us all the time. Weird.
Yeah, man, we need to go ahead and move overseas.
I don't know right now. I ain't finna do it right now. They don't.
That's true.
There are plenty of people overseas don't like us. No, not just. Well, I mean,
us both, right?
Yeah. So I see too many TikToks like how it is living in China and Australia, and I was like, man, they really they tolerate, but it ain't too much better.
Yeah, no, like I said,
Indiana. Oh my God, I can't read. That's my bad. Indiana, not India. Indiana. That's.
Oh God.
Look, I saw it and I tried to try to host a podcast. That's my bad. That's what he said. He said Indiana in the U.S. I was like, in the U.S. There's no India in the U.S. Matter of fact, hold on. Matter of fact, let me just. You might be. Where is Indiana in the United States?
It's close to me relatively. I think I see between like 4 or 6 hours from me.
And
Missouri to Indiana is a 6-hour and 1 minute drive.
6
That's
hours.
yeah, that's going past St. Louis. So it's probably like 5 hours.
Oh, it's literally. Oh, it's up. It's up there. Up there. It's beside. It's below Michigan.
Yeah, St. Louis to Indiana. Never mind. 4 hours 22 minutes.
Wow. Never mind. Well, geography and or reading is never my strong point. Even though I do it
geography's not by neither. I just know if it's by some other shit I know. I just know about the distance that it's probably for me.
Oh damn!
Yeah.
Central time zone.
Yeah, Central Time Zone. Yeah, my brother used to play at Iowa, so they would play schools like Indiana and like other like crap around there. So I would know how far it was if it was like a close enough place for me to reasonably try to run or go up to.
How's he doing, by the way?
Oh, good man. He is playing with the G League right now, crushing them, but I don't know when they're playing. But they be playing like every 2 or 3 days. You know how that goes. Half the time, I'm just finding out he's playing the day he's playing. So
yeah, it's real weird. I don't understand that, but the NBA game is so different and weird. So I don't really.
Yeah, man, it's a lot, especially in kind of his scenario where he's two-way, so he plays with the G League sometimes, plays with the NBA sometimes. Just then you end up playing. You're playing just a lot of games, or just
Yeah, sometimes I wonder, like when I watch him play, it's like, does he have the green light to shoot when he wants? Because that can't be it.
Yeah, I mean, I guess when it's like, I mean, you never know. Especially when you're up in the big times, I'm sure you're just trying to not only find your flow. You know, they definitely don't say. I mean, you're at that point, you're a professional. Definitely don't say, hey, you can't do this. But
right.
I guess you're also trying to make sure you're flowing within the offense and crap like that. Different, but when he's in the G League, you'll be seeing he's like,
that's what
20,
I'm saying.
30,
Like, yeah,
whatever.
Literally, I know we can play. I watch it in the G League games. Like, okay, he can play, and I see him. I'm like, okay, he seems like.
Yeah, it's way more of a green light to take over in the G League because you're technically a G League two-way player rather than you're not going to come off the bench as a two-way player and be like, I'm about to dribble the ball up. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
When you got people, exactly. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah. You got to kind of get in where you fit in, I guess.
Oh, good. All right, guys.
And shit, the niggas probably look at you like, who are what you doing? Trying to do the ball up, nigga. You're out here on the court right now.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. Anyways, all right, guys, that is it for us. How long was this one for? I say, I have no idea how long this one was. 40-something minutes. I'm gonna say it's 40-something minutes, even though I have no idea. All right, guys.
57.
Ooh. Okay.
If you've been live as long as this call's been active.
Yes. Almost. Yeah. We will see you guys next week, or I won't. Hopefully, everybody else will see you guys next week. Because I'll be on vacation. Peace.